Good morning. Good Sunday morning to you. This is my third week in my commitment of 52 weeks of going live. So the first week I talked to you about your comfort zone and how to create one. You need to create a comfort zone that is good so that it's always the place that you go back to when you need it. The second week I talked to you about expectations. What do you expect out of your life? And the important thing to remember about that is that you are always moving in the direction of your currently most dominant thought. So if your thoughts are good, then you're going to go to a good place. If your thoughts are bad, then you're going to go to a bad place. Now today I want to talk to you about self-motivation. And I want to read a few of these things here. So there's a proverb that says, winners dwell on their desires. Desires are the rewards of success, not on their limitations, which are the penalties of failure. Desire leads to achievement, success, and happiness. We always move in the direction of our currently most dominant thought. This is the way our life is. So our dominant thoughts are very, very important to us on a daily basis. And I love this. It says, people resist changing because it upsets their present security. And God forbid we should upset our present security. But we have to do that. We have to be willing to change and to move with the way that our life goes. I had a friend when I got divorced from my first husband. And he always used to say to me, Judy, just go with the flow. And when I learned to relax and go with the flow, I was able to begin healing. And that's the most important thing in your life, is being able to begin healing. Self-motivation is very important. You have to learn your self-talk. Your self-talk has to be not I can't, but replace that with I can. And not with I'm going to try to do this, but replace that with I will do this. Motivation is such an important part of your life. And self-motivation is not an easy thing to acquire. I have a difficult time with focus, and I always have had that. But it's something that you have to work on, and that I have to work on daily. I mean, I will sit here at my computer and go, okay, Judy, got to focus on this today. And that's what I have to do. So that's what I do. I focus on that thing that's in front of me. So you have to decide what it is, what your priorities are for the day, and what you are going to do, what is most important to you for that day. Don't let anything get in the way of that if you want to accomplish something. And that distraction is so easy today. We are so easily taken away from what we start out to do, because there's so much in front of us. We have so much out there today with the phone. Sometimes I want to take my phone and throw it away, but I know that I can't do that. So I just have to learn how to not be have that magnificent obsession with Facebook. So I try to stay off of it as much as I can, and just do the work at hand. And I want to tell you a story today about my current husband. He is the most self-motivated person I have ever met in my life. Now, I always make jokes about men don't know how to multitask. They have no clue how to multitask. But women do. And we know how to multitask because we've had children. When you have children, you've got, and they're babies, you've got one in your arm and you're trying to feed that one and trying to keep the other one from climbing all over the furniture or getting into things they shouldn't get into, and you're trying to cook dinner at the same time, And we do those things. But he's not that way. He is like, he wakes up in the morning and he decides, okay, this is what I have planned for today. And he'll do it in that order. And he eats breakfast at the exact same time every day after he has worked in the garden for an hour or so. And then he goes back out and he'll work 4 or 5 hours outside. He works on the house, he works on the garden, he takes care of the pool, and he just does these things in order and just marks them off his list. And that motivation it's such a wonderful thing. I wish I had it. You know, I get here in my office and then clients start calling and I get emails from people that need this or that, and I'm like off in one direction or the other. So that self-motivation, very, very important. So you have to decide, what is your desire? And this is my little bookmark. I think I read this before, but I'm going to read it again. Action requires discipline. Discipline requires focus. And focus requires desire. Nothing ever happens in your life without desire. If you don't have a desire for it, it's not going to happen. So what I want you to do is to think about, just think about on a daily basis, what is it I really want to accomplish today? What is my desire for today? And then let's go with that desire and stick with that one thing. And then it goes back to vision. Vision is very important. To have a vision of how you want things to end up is very important. And when you're able to go with that vision, to have that vision, to keep that vision, and to just constantly work on it, then it comes and it happens. I always think about these people who were very successful, and very many of them started at age 13. Now that's a crucial age in life. But they made their decision of what they wanted to be when they grew up. And so they kept the vision. I had a vision at 13 of what I wanted to be, but I couldn't keep the vision. I couldn't keep the vision. I didn't have that knowledge of what it is I had to do to keep that vision. If I had been able to do that, I would be a great architect today, and I wouldn't be doing accounting. I didn't make that. But we can't let our fears and the things that we haven't succeeded at stop us. We need always to keep looking for that vision, to find that vision, to keep moving in the direction of that currently most dominant thought, and make sure that that dominant thought is a positive one. When we do that, everything changes. Our dominant thoughts are very, very important. They are the things that lead our lives. And so if we stick with them and we have a desire for something, then it's time, when we have that desire, is to look at, okay, this is how I want this thing to end. This is the vision. This is what I see. That's self-motivation. When you really get into that, when you begin to understand self-motivation, then your life changes. Everything changes when you begin to do it. And it says here, when you are motivating others, paint the picture of what the achievement looks like and feels like. Demonstrate your own confidence and your belief in the ability to accomplish that given objective. That is my message for today. And I must go, very short, but I love you all. Thanks for viewing. Bye-bye.